Okay, we are continuing our journey and we are on event or occurrence page. A number one source, of course, it is PyRep or pilot report. Then maintenance report, MyRep. Let me put this way, maintenance. We can also add in this list, let's say, flight attendants, FA, cabin people, etc., etc. You can find all these sources in reliability requirements presentations, okay, advisory circulars. We had these discussions back to the reliability requirements presentations. Now, the occurrence can have impact on safety, reliability, and what I see nowadays also aircraft economics. As a result, we can see operation mission interruption. That includes, I put here top list, okay? Ground turn back, aborted takeoff, and turn back, diversion, engine in flight shutdown, emergency on board, delay, cancellations, etc., etc., etc. Sometimes we can see combination, for example, emergency on board and diversion. Let me explain what diversion means. Here we have takeoff point. Here we have landing point. Landing. Departure. Arrival. This is diversion point. This is normal path. This is diversion path for some reason. Aircraft diverted for normal path. Let me give you a real life example. A few months ago, there was a news. The hot tea was spilled on 9 or 10 years old kids' legs. Now, I don't know who is responsible for this, flight attendant or parents, but what pilot did, pilot landed at first suitable airport. Kid was hospitalized, aircraft continued flight. Now question, where all this information is documented? And answer, pilot should enter this information in, or all occurrences in aircraft logbook, which is always in cockpit. From aircraft logbook, this information should be transferred in PPCD/records department for further processing and activities. What does it mean from financial perspective now? It means we had airport traffic charges, etc., etc. Why? Because somebody has to pay for this landing. Somebody has to pay for this takeoff. I'm going to tell you even more. If this aircraft was scheduled to fly back, somebody has to pay for delay. Let's say we had engine in flight shutdown. Now we have problems with safety and reliability. We have additional expenses, even more expenses than this first case. Just emergency on board. Occurrence attributes. What information we need? We need aircraft make, model, type, system, part, occurrence date, time, flight numbers. We need to know when this happened, during flight or during maintenance. And I think answer is obvious here. If it is during flight, then we have PyRep. If it is during maintenance, then MyRep. Problem description, problem resolution, consequences, etc., etc., etc. Let me give you some visibility. Again, We have takeoff point, we have landing point, our departure, arrival, diversion. Normal path, diversion path. Now, if we have two engines and one engine somewhere here, we had in-flight shutdown, then aircraft flight manual tells pilot that we have to land at first suitable airport. Why? Because we have problem with safety, have issue with safety. Also, we have issue with dispatch reliability. As I said, let me just give you here just for understanding, okay? Just simple example. As I said, probably this aircraft was scheduled to fly back, right? So we have now delay here. But since we have engine in-flight shutdown and we diverted and we are sitting here in this diversion airport, deep point, we cannot fly. We have to investigate it. We have to find the root cause. We have to fix it. And what we have AOG, or aircraft on the ground. Also, we have issue with on-time performance. Because we cannot fly. Aircraft is on the ground. What does it mean from a financial perspective? Yes, you're right. This is all about expenses. What does it mean from a technical perspective? It is availability, or technical availability, or in our case, technical non-availability. Why? Because we bought this aircraft to fly and not to keep on the ground. In our case, it's AOG. We have to fix it. Part information. Let's say we change the engine. We need to know ETA system. I think engine ETA is 72. I don't remember exactly, but let's say 010101. Part name. It is obvious, engine. Serial number. Part number. Let's say XY 3200. Serial number, whatever. Failure description. Removal information. Date, flight hours, flight cycles. And it does matter if your engine is new, engine has only 10 hours, or engine is old, it has 10,000 flight hours or 20,000 flight hours. It doesn't matter. We need to know all information, when it was overhauled, when it was repaired, etc., 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 etc. Information about the new part installed. We need exactly the same information. Even more, we need to know if this part was bought or leased. I'm going to give you now here the real life example. The mechanics changed the engine, they replaced the engine. The new engine was leased from third party for 1 year. So within 1 year, company should return this engine. But engine was on the wing 2 or 3 years. For this reason, the contract was only 1 year, leasing contract was only 1 year, and in real life it was returned after 2 or 3 years. Company paid extra around $1 million. Somebody didn't put check mark in check box that we need to, or company need to return this engine within 1 year, or engine is leased for 1 year. Or maybe, I don't know exactly, but I didn't do the root cause analysis, right? But Maybe system, the structure, company structure was not properly set up. And nobody was in charge for this checkbox. I'm going to explain here because this is a very interesting topic now. So actually what we are doing, let me explain, right? Just very simple again. We are trying to maximize our profit and minimize our expenses. Zero. Should be zero. I never see zero, but if you saw, it's okay. You're lucky, right? But the idea here is to minimize our expenses, okay? You see the small dollar signs? So what does it mean? Let's say we have here $1,000, right? What we are trying to do here, we are cutting these zeros. We are just deleting these zeros. We have to remove this. We have to remove this, and from 1,000, we can keep this E within $10, if it is possible. That's our goal. Our goal. From technical effectivity perspective, from business model perspective, from operational perspective. Okay? And this was last subject of the airline operations basics. Let's summarize it. Put here some. So number one subject was, we discussed about safe flight. I put here safe flight. You know, safety always first, right, in this business. Number two, normal flight as a result. Normal flight. Number three, flight with interruptions. We had discussion about this engine in-flight shutdowns, and diversions, and also emergency, by the way, on the board. Okay. Number four, we discussed a little bit about availability. Number five, parts. Number six, records. Actually, do you know what? After this checkbox, I'm going to change it. Let me put it this way. I think records applies to all these 5, 6 items, right? Let me put here records. Applies to all. Also attributes. And of course, examples. Okay? Now, the question. Why we need all this information on this detail level? And it does matter, again, I'm repeating here, right? Aircraft is new or aircraft is old. The answer is number one, safety, and number two, to keep this balance between these two P and E, profit and expenses. For this reason, we need technical visibility. Okay? And what is the number one source? Number one source is a reliability program. That includes, and you can change requirements, and requirements even tells you even more. I put here top list, just for understanding. Includes aircraft information about aircraft make, model type, total flight hours, total flight cycles, aircraft systems, occurrence date, findings, solutions, consequences, reliability alert indicator, statistical analysis, cost analysis, etc., etc., etc. I'm going to give you here just simple example, just for your understanding. Let's say 2010, we had 100,000 flight hours. We had 15 PPCU removals, RAM, and price was